Hey guys, it's Mark with the Village Community Acupuncture. I'm here with Clyde. Say hi, Clyde.
Hello.
And my daughter Rowan. And we wanted to talk about something that I find to be one of the most vital aspects of my health. And it's one of the most important parts of my kitchen, and it's what we call the basket of vegetables. I always keep in my refrigerator all my vegetables that I use regularly in a basket, so that if I want to make a soup or whether I want to make a stir fry, I can always grab loads of vegetables and fill up whatever dish I want with all that I want in it. And it gives me beautiful colors, very easy, grab it and go. And I'm going to show you how to make a quick soup that seems too good to be real. So I'm going to take some celery out, green pepper, use 1 onion. In here I got some cabbage and some butternut squash. I think I'll put some ginger in there. Zucchini. Love zucchini. And to me, nothing's done until it's got some hot pepper in it. So I use jalapenos or serrano pepper. And if you're as lucky as I am, you probably have a very diligent, hardworking assistant over here, and she's already pre-washed some of the potatoes. The potatoes are our own, so we get them off the basement floor. They sit there all winter covered in dirt, and we have to go get them and wash them. So I'm lucky enough to have someone to do that for me. She's washed the potatoes, she's prepped and scrubbed the beets, and she peeled the carrots for me. Okay? So get the basket out of the way, grab a heavy knife. It's always good to have a thicker gauge knife and heavy when you're making a soup. And I'll be putting the vegetables in here, Clyde. It's very simple to make a soup. You just take the ingredients that you pick out of your basket, cut them up into, I just do large chunks. These butternut, they're gonna break up when I cook them anyways, and they'll make the soup a little bit creamy. Ginger, I take a little bit and I slice it thin. Kids don't want big chunks of ginger, but it does add a certain flavor to the soup that I really like. And in the winter time, makes me feel warm and cozy. Throw that in there. I didn't peel any garlic, so I'm just gonna have to satisfy myself with ginger and onion in this soup. But I got an onion. I didn't prep it ahead of time, but onions don't take that long to go. Thanks, Rowan. That's why it's always good to have a helper. Thanks, honey. And you can see that I'm not getting crazy about any of this. I know it's going to work out well. You alright, hon?
Yeah.
Alright. Once it's all put together in the soup, now you could stop at any moment if that's the amount of vegetables you want, if that's the flavors you want. But this time of year, I'm dying and craving for something that has nutrients. So I tend to try to add as much color in there as I can. The butternut squash and the potato is mine, so I know that it's grown in great soil and it's full of nutrients. But the vegetables I grow from the store, I doubt they have quite the same qualities as what I grow at home. So I just like to make sure that I have a good mix of my own stuff with some of the store-bought stuff, just to give a little added depth. I always buy this organic celery. Because it's already cleaned up and nice for me. So little bit more, but I think the time I save by not having to clean it up goes a long way. I have, we grew some scarlet runner beans in the garden last year. I had pre-cooked these yesterday not knowing what I was going to do with them, so I'm going to add them into my soup. I've got some pork that Grandma brought from the store the other day. That'll give it some good flavor. I'm going to get these beets in there. Beets always add a nice color and a good flavor, and I feel like they're a key ingredient. I lived in the Republic of Moldova for a while, where we ate borscht every single day. Main ingredient being cabbage, potatoes, and beets. And I gotta say, we were pretty healthy, eating meat stocks with those basic vegetables all the time. So this soup is a base, something I try to eat every day. I enjoy it. My kids will eat it most of the time. My older kids will always eat it. The younger kids may one day not like this and one day not like the next something else. So I try not to get too involved in what they're going to eat or not eat. I can always pick out the potatoes and beets and things I know that they will eat and put those in a bowl with some broth for them. And you can see how it's coming together. And it's going to be beautiful. There's just something about knowing that you're eating all this incredible food, and it changes the way you feel. Some people have the idea that potatoes are not very good for you because they're a starch, but potatoes are one of the most nutritionally dense, high vitamin foods you can get. These are grown in my own garden so that I know they're rich in all kinds of quality vitamins, nutrients, and minerals. And I'm not frying them. I'm boiling them with a whole lot of other vegetables. Now, you could eat this soup daily, 2 or 3 times a day. You would feel better. If you're overweight, you will lose weight. If you are underweight, you will gain weight, because it's exactly what you should be eating. And we're going to use our new Power Quick pot to cook this soup. I usually cook it for 8 minutes on pressure, and that means that it's going to take about 10 minutes to come up to pressure, and then it will take another 8 minutes to cook. So I have the extra large one, but you can get a smaller one for your house. Get your meats and vegetables in there. Meat will give it a good, rich, stocky flavor. But when you have a bowl of soup that is that large, you're going to need a good quantity of salt, or it's going to be pretty boring. So I salt that up and just fill water to barely cover. And I will use that yogurt that we make, homemade yogurt, to drizzle on the soup before I eat it. And I usually put on some dragon butter instead of the fresh herbs, because it adds extra flavor. So, if you've never seen one of these machines before, see, it's quick. Power on. Pressure. Custom setting. Timer. I'm just going to do 8 minutes. Set. And in 8 minutes it will ding, tell me it's ready. I'll release the pressure. It has a keep warm setting. It'll keep it warm for as long as you want to, but I don't tend to keep it warm for too long, or it just keeps cooking the soup. But it's good for serving dinner and other things. So, hey Solomon.
Hi.
How you doing? You joining our video?
Yeah, I was just gonna get something.
Alright. So, if you want to eat well, it's very easy to make a soup. It's quick. We did that, I don't know, it's got to be 10 minutes, under 10 minutes. But making soup really helps you bring back your kitchen. Check out the soup. It turned out pretty good.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. You got a little bit of pork, tons of vegetables, a beautiful colored broth, and big old scarlet runner beans. It's really good.